Good morning. We are back, and I am really excited for the next item on today's agenda, which is our 11th annual Hispanic Heritage Month commemoration. We've got a packed casa here, which is exciting. Thank you to everyone who's joined us to celebrate. In the audience, we have some special guests, community members and friends, including Delegate Joe Vogel and his team, the General Consul of El Salvador, Pedro Rodriguez, and the Vice Consul of El Salvador as well, Mr. Guevara. It's an honor to celebrate our multicultural community and the significant impact of Latinos in our society. Montgomery County is extremely proud to be home to more than 200,000 Latino and Hispanic community members who continually enrich and strengthen our communities with their significant contributions in every facet of our lives. Montgomery County's Hispanic and Latino residents help drive positive change in our community, and we are so grateful to have so many leaders in our community who are uplifting and advocating on behalf of the Latino community every day and on behalf of our entire community every day. I was so honored to serve alongside Councilmember Nancy Navarro, who first initiated the Council's Hispanic Heritage Month commemorations, and I am very proud that the Latino representation on the Council has now grown with Council members Gabe Albernaz and Natalie Fani Gonzalez. We have a very special program in store for us today, including musical and dance performances by Marimba Corazon de mi Tierra of the Association of Guatemalans Without Borders, and by the dance team Elena y Su Danza Maya Isol. In addition, we have a video presentation put together by our award-winning PIO team. This year's theme is Pioneers of Change, Shaping the Future Together, and will highlight 3 inspiring women in our community. In Montgomery County, immigrant women and Latina women are at the forefront of education, healthcare, research, and every facet of our economy. That's why I'm so pleased to be celebrating leaders like Mariel Arevalo Bayon, Giannina Hasbun, and Dr. Teresa Ramirez. These 3 exceptional women represent so many other women who are leading the way and empowering others with their stories and empowering others with their actions every day. Thank you to Marcela Rodriguez Villagran, Joe Thompson, and Mike Cohen for their work putting together this video and for organizing today's celebration. We are so grateful for all of your hard work, and thank you for joining us and supporting the celebration of Hispanic heritage here for the 11th time at the Montgomery County Council. With that, it is my great privilege and honor to turn it over to my colleagues, our colleagues, and our friends, Councilmember Albernaz and Fani Gonzalez, beginning with Councilmember Albernaz.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. President Friedson and Councilmember Navarro made history by dancing a merengue here in front of the dais 4 years ago. Many of you may remember that. Yeah. So the first
and like these 3 women, right. She led.
That's right. That's right. So I do want to acknowledge and forever thank our good friend Nancy Navarro, not just for initiating this important celebration, but all of her work and the work that she continues to do every day on behalf of our community. She was a trailblazer in many ways, and before her, Tam Perez was our first Latino member of this body. I am the first at-large member, and I am proud that my colleague and friend, Councilmember Fani Gonzalez, is now chair of our Economic Development Committee. We have come a long way, but as we know, we still have a long way to go. I want to share some important statistics and data nationally that reflect the growth of our community in so many different ways, and then talk a little bit more about that growth here in Montgomery County and what that means for all of us. So, our Latinos now make up over 21% of the United States population. And to put that into perspective, in 1980, it was 7%. 81%, and I'll refer to our community as Hispanics because that's how they're referred to in the United States Census, now are United States citizens. Let me repeat that. 81% of our population nationally are United States citizens. Our median age is 26 as compared to the national average, which is 38. We are young and we look great. We have, and there has been an increase of over 17% of Latinos that have secured a bachelor's degree in our country in the last 8 years. We are growing. We are contributing to every sector of our society. We are starting businesses. We are starting medical practices. We are serving in academia. We are contributing to our culture and our economy, and we are here to stay, and thank God we are. Because as we know, and I can say this unequivocally as the proud hijo de dos inmigrantes de Ecuador y Chile, immigrants are what make this country great. And we know that they are filling important positions and jobs. They are taking care of our children. They are taking care of our elders. They are doing so much to move us forward. And they are coming for the same reasons that my parents and their parents came just 62 years ago, for prosperity, for a good school system, for the high quality of life. And they're often not coming sometimes because they want to, but because they have to. We know the challenges that face our countries at home, the political persecution, the unbelievably challenging economic situations, the challenges with regards, and our countries have faced civil wars and continue to face challenges with violence. We are happy that they have come here. We are happy that they have come to Montgomery County. We are honored to call them our neighbors and friends because they are moving us forward. And it's difficult to fully enjoy this wonderful celebration without acknowledging the backdrop of the United States election that once again is demonizing our community, spewing hateful, terrible things that impact our mental health, that impact our well-being, and that put all of us in danger. It's important that now more than ever, we come together to celebrate months like this, but that we do so in a way that uplifts and honors not just those people that are here in this room, but those that continue to have to live in the shadows. Let's bring them forward. Let's embrace them. Let's love them. Let's darles un abrazo tan grande que es más grande que este país. So I want to acknowledge the wonderful leaders that we are recognizing here today. Thank our incredible Public Information Office for their wonderful work every day. Thank our council staff. Many of my colleagues have Latino members joining their staff, and there is so much more that we can do as a community. And I'll end with this. 36% of our population in Montgomery County Public Schools are Latino, and that's over 40% for kids under third grade. We are not just our future, we are our present, and we are no longer the minority. And so it's important that we have a staff and that reflects the diversities of our community so that we can meet them where they are. I want to thank all of you for being here today, for your leadership. I see this beautiful tapestry and cross-representation of so many different sectors. We are going to be treated to some wonderful music and food here today, and let's continue to work, all of us, together to move our community forward. Muchísimas gracias. It is now my honor and privilege to thank my councilmember, Natalie Fanny Gonzalez, for her direct leadership in so many ways. And she is our next speaker.
Good morning. Thank you so much. I echo every single word that my friend, Councilmember Gabe Albornoz has mentioned. I would say, I think I need to remind folks every time I'm in a public meeting that when we talk about new immigrants, I'm an immigrant. I came to the States when I was 16 years old. I didn't speak English. I was undocumented. I was an ESOL student in 10th grade. Making sure that we understand that every single child has an opportunity. I'm here. I'm an example of that. And I want to make sure that every single child who's facing what I faced when I arrived this country has the same opportunity and more. So that's my commitment to you and to our community. The other thing I wanted to mention very quickly is that we're also making history today in North America. Today, and I'm putting politics on the side, I'm just saying, today we had the first women president in Mexico. The first women president in North America. And besides that, she's also the first person with Jewish heritage becoming president of Mexico. And that's really telling about the diversity of the Latino community. Now we're going to be seeing folks embracing and uplifting our indigenous culture, and it's just an example of the beautiful thing that we have with the Latino community. We come from everywhere, every single culture. And I am so proud of being part of this county council that really understands that this is our power, right? Understanding that we need to uplift people with every single diversity that we have, because that makes us stronger. And now I see another legend coming in, State Delegate Ana Sol Gutierrez, who I think she's my godmother. And the first Latina elected official in the state of Maryland is Ana Sol. And she keeps rocking it. I mean, she's here. So thank you so much for your presence, and thank you so much for inspiring people like me and my friend Gabe Albornoz, Tom Perez, Nancy Navarro. I mean, you were the first. And I'm hoping that we can inspire the next generation, because we're term limited. Who's going to take my seat? It better be a Latina, I'm just saying. Thank you so much for everything you do. And I'm going to pass it back to our council president, Andrew Friedson.
Thank you so much. Thank you to both of you. As the son of immigrants, as an immigrant herself, both of you represent this community in such a beautiful way each and every day at the council. And so thank you. It's an honor for all of us to be able to serve together with you. And thank you for recognizing my friend and longtime delegate and great representative, not just of the Latino community, but of our entire community, Ana Sol Gutierrez. It's great to see you. I also saw that Grace Rivera Oven has joined us as a school board member. I knew I saw her. She was over here, but she found a seat on the other side of the room. And Joseph Young is here representing Congressman Raskin. And so Congressman Raskin is here and representing us. So thank you so much for that. We are now going to be treated to a beautiful music and dance performance by Marimba Corazón de mi Tierra of the Association of Guatemalans Without Borders. The group will showcase the marimba, an instrument designated as a cultural heritage of the Americas by the Organization of American States. The cultural event will also feature a performance by the dance team, Elena y su danza Maya Isol. And so we are very much looking forward to this really great pleasure and privilege that we have here today. And with that, let me turn it over to the actual talent that we have here today, our very special guests. Thank you very much. What a beautiful presentation. And what a terrific display of the rich contributions that this community brings to our county each and every day. We are so honored to have you here at the County Council and really appreciate you joining us. Now I want to turn it over to our hardworking, amazing communications office team, Marcella, Joe, and Mike, who have put together this great video with a wonderful example of 3 exceptional leaders in our community.
Montgomery County has a population of over 1 million individuals, with Hispanics making up 21.1% of its residents, according to the data from the U.S. Census Bureau. In recognition of Hispanic Heritage Month, Montgomery County Council is spotlighting 3 female pioneers within our communities. These individuals have served as trailblazers of transformation, leveraging their strength, leadership, and dedication to bring about positive changes in the county and setting the stage for future generations.
We didn't know how we would get the money to pay for university.
Mariel Arevalo Vallon is pursuing her dream of becoming an oncologist, and she has taken a big step forward by earning the prestigious Jack Kent Cooke Scholarship.
It felt like a miracle.
Mariel, an alumni of Wheaton High School, class of 2024, stood out among thousands of students nationwide and has secured a full scholarship to her dream college.
Find scholarships that accepted the fact that I didn't have a citizenship was really hard, and that limited many of my options. And Jack and Cooke Scholarship was one of the few that told me basically that it doesn't matter if you don't have a citizenship.
What makes Mariel's success even more impressive is that she and her family immigrated to the United States just 2 years ago.
It was me trying to learn English at the same time. It was me trying to figure out who I was. Everything was real overwhelming.
Despite these challenges, she has triumphed. So excited! Her achievement is not only her own, but also that of her parents and younger brother, who have been her inspiration on her academic journey.
Many people have been supporting me, that have always had faith in me and telling me always, you can do it. Just keep dreaming, you will do it. For me, just the idea to go to college, to be the first person in my family to go to college is just amazing. It's one of the many rewards that I hope to give my family one day.
Mariel stands as a shining example for our youth and a valuable asset for the future of Montgomery County.
Hay muchos servicios en el condado y ustedes sirven como ese enlace.
She is Janina Hasbun, the mastermind behind the award-winning Vías de la Salud Community Health Worker Certification Training Program, offered by the Montgomery County Department of Health and Human Services Latino Health Initiative.
Creating the curriculum was a really interesting experience and process. It required going back to what I call the institutional history of all the trainings that we had provided to our promotoras, to our community health workers. We saw the potential that our community health workers have in the community and the need to continue to advance the community health workers professionally. They reach the community that otherwise we would not be able to reach, and equipping them with the necessary tools was one of the motivations. Qué excelente trabajo que han hecho.
Delivered in Spanish, the training aims to elevate the presence of Spanish-speaking health professionals and advance health outcomes for limited English proficiency populations. Janina Hasbun, a native of El Salvador, is known for her dedication to assisting others and pioneering positive change in Montgomery County.
Thank you for being here. My intention is to really contribute to a positive change to society, and especially being able to work and motivate the youth.
Teresa Ramirez, a first-generation Mexican-American scientist, has paved her path to success through scholarships and has earned over 20 years of experience in biomedical research.
Teresa Ramirez is someone who is determined to achieve whatever she sets her mind to. And I'm also a person that loves to be able to share her knowledge with others, especially the youth.
Te caes, como dijo mi mamá, y te levantas y a seguir adelante.
People believed in my potential, and I'm now believing in the potential of others, especially our youth, and especially those students who don't really have the resources. I try to bring hope, and I try to bring si se puede, you can really achieve whatever you set your mind to.
A veces it's a full circle. Yes, exactly. I am living a full circle moment right now.
Dr. Ramirez actively participates in the Hispanic community, advocating for higher education. Her work with nonprofit organizations like Latinas Leading Tomorrow and Eco Latinos reflects her commitment to mentorship, education, social, and environmental justice. Dr. Ramirez is truly an inspiring woman, serving as an essential pillar of support for our youth and the future professionals of Montgomery County.
Latinas Leading Tomorrow!
These three individuals are pioneers of change, leading efforts to shape a brighter future for everyone.
Let's hear it for our pioneers of change. Thank you for shaping our future. We are so proud to live in a community, 1/3 of which is foreign born. Thank you for all of the contributions of our Latino community. We are so grateful to have you here today to celebrate. And we are now going to read a proclamation. Each colleague is going to read a stanza to show that we are all part of this commemoration, and I will begin. Whereas Hispanic Heritage Month is a time for all to celebrate the histories, cultures, and contributions of residents whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. And
whereas during this month, we honor the contributions of Hispanic and Latino residents have made to our nation and highlight the rich diversity that keeps our nation, state, and county strong. And
whereas the United States is home to more than 65.2 million Hispanic residents, and 1 if 5 people in the U.S. identify as Hispanic or Latino. And
whereas, according to the 2020 census, the Latino population in Montgomery County has increased by more than 30% since 2010, making up more than 20% of the county's total population. And
whereas Montgomery County recognizes that Hispanic and Latino Americans represent a wide array of cultures from 38 countries and territories, and the terms Hispanic, Latino, Latina, Latin, Latinx are not monolithic and encompass a wide range of identities. And
whereas throughout history, Hispanic and Latino communities have fought inequalities and injustices while helping to shape our economic and social landscape and driving progress for all people. And
whereas Hispanic and Latino Americans are innovative entrepreneurs growing our economy, doctors and medical professionals providing healthcare, engineers and scientists revolutionizing our way of life, chefs providing food and assistance to those in need across the world, artists enriching our culture, advocates and elected officials leading the way for social and political change, and so much more. And
whereas all year long, but especially during this month, we join together to uplift the immense contributions that Hispanic and Latino residents have made on the cultural, economic, and social fabric of Montgomery County, and celebrate the vibrant tapestry of cultures that enrich our daily lives. And
whereas today, the Montgomery County Council marks its 11th annual Hispanic Heritage Month commemoration, and its theme for this year is Pioneers of Change, Shaping the Future Together. And
whereas Montgomery County is fortunate to have a multitude of accomplished and dynamic Latino leaders who are dedicated to building a brighter future, and we are grateful for their contributions to our community. And
Whereas we embrace the diversity that is our strength and reaffirm our commitment to racial equity and social justice to help ensure that the American dream is within reach for all who choose to call Montgomery County home.
Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby celebrates National Hispanic Heritage Month, presented on this first day of October in the year 2024 by Gabe Albornoz, Natalie Fani Gonzalez, Andrew Friedson as Council President, and all of the Montgomery County Council. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. The council will now recess and continue the celebration recognizing Hispanic Heritage Month in the Capitol Crescent Trail Conference Room on the 4th floor. Before we do that, we're going to take some photos here. We'll welcome all of our guests up to the front to share some photos, and then we will return here for the rest of our business for the day at 1:15.